I am mad, I am alarmed, and I think you should be too, and I'm going to tell you why. So the title of this video, I think, gives you a pretty good indication of what I'll be talking about today. But if you live in the Pittsburgh area or Allegheny County or even Western Pennsylvania, you've probably heard of the Monfayette Expressway. It was started in the 1970s, and it is a 4-lane expressway that moves from Uniontown to Pittsburgh, and it was stopped and started various times over the years. And since I think about 2005, sometime in the mid-2000s, it's been halted at Route 51 in Jefferson Hills with these big flying overpasses that you can't help but stare up at as you go past. But about a year ago, the Pennsylvania Turnpike Commission started working on the new phase of the expressway from 51 northwards up to 837 in Duquesne, which would take you out right by Kennywood. This is an 8-mile section of freeway. It's going to cost $900 million by their own estimate, and you know how construction estimates work. That means it's going to be twice that. I don't even know for the time how long that's going to take, but they're going to be cutting down hills, they're going to be filling in valleys, and they're going to be making another road through the already congested area of West Mifflin. The idea is that people will use this road because it's faster, and I think I think it could be beneficial. Here's what the part that I'm mad about, okay? This is their next phase beyond this. The completion of the Monfayette Expressway takes you from 837 at Kennywood, builds a bridge across the Mon River, cuts through the hillside behind Port Perry, and goes all the way up Turtle Creek, cutting through the town of Turtle Creek, and up the Thompson Run corridor, hooking on to 376 in Monroeville. This is their official plan, is to cut right through Turtle Creek. I don't see any alternative in which you could avoid cutting down businesses and houses and dozens of people's lives just to build a highway so that people can get from Monroeville to Duquesne a little bit faster. I have just finished writing letters to all of my elected officials as well as the Borough Council of Turtle Creek to make them aware if they weren't already. They probably are, but you know, due diligence, as well as their elected officials. Look, one person writing letters, probably not going to do that much. If this makes you mad, as alarmed as it makes me, if you think, didn't we stop cutting highways through towns 70 years ago? Didn't we learn from our mistakes doing that again and again? If you think, wow, $900 million for 8 miles of highway, what a ripoff. If you think, is there actually any justifiable benefit to building this highway? Are people actually going to take this? Is this actually going to make the economy better in these towns? If you're wondering these things, if you're being rational about it in the same way that I am, I think, maybe I'm the crazy one, I don't know, write to your elected officials, write to the Turnpike Commission, you know, put yard signs up. I don't know. I guess I don't really have a plan here. I'm just making this video to say I'm not going to sit by anymore and be, wow, I really liked the way this area used to look before. It's too bad they did this and we didn't have any control over it. We do have control, okay? We need to stand up and be passionate about the things that we are passionate about, but to the right people. Because it doesn't do anything if I just make this video and go out into the ether and people watching it go, oh yeah, and then flip to the next video. Look into this project, okay? Maybe you don't agree with me, that's okay too. That's fine, I got downvoted on Reddit for bringing this up. But it concerns me, and I really think it should concern you too if you're in the Pittsburgh area. Frankly, if you're in anywhere where this is happening, because this isn't the only type of project, by the way. Pittsburgh's not uniquely, or I shouldn't say Pittsburgh, the Turnpike Commission isn't uniquely bad for doing something like this. They've been talking for years, and they're finally doing it, about widening I-35 right through downtown Houston and Austin over in Texas. I think they did that in Seattle a few years ago. Maybe I'm mistaken on that. I'm thinking of the wrong city. But there's been these projects where we're still building new highways in the 21st century when we could be putting, look, I know $900 million that the Turnpike Commission has isn't leaving their coffers. I know that's not how state government works. Think of the light rail system that we could have for $900 million instead, okay? Think about the transit options that we could have, and instead we're getting more ribbons of concrete cut through people's houses so that you can drive in your car and pay a toll, by the way. This is a tolled highway, that's a whole other topic about free roads, tolled highways, but that's just going to decrease the number of people that take this anyway. I don't think we're going to get our money's worth if you even want to put it in that context. I'm rambling, I know. Thank you for watching this if you're still sticking around, if you could get through all that. Again, maybe I'm blowing this out of proportion. I just think that the Turnpike Commission planning to bulldoze through the middle of a town, a dense historic town nonetheless, why are we putting up with this? We shouldn't have to. This is the 21st century. They work for us, at least in theory. I'm mad. I think you should be too. Let's go out and fight them on Fayette Expressway.